This is Channel 1313 News. For the latest in breaking news, follow Channel 1313 with host and correspondent G. Williams. Welcome everyone to today's Channel 1313 news coverage. I'm G. Williams. This newscast is being brought to you by Brown Insurance Agency, Northside Hospital, and the Solo Esthetician. Let's get into it. Our lead story today comes out of LaGrange County, Georgia, where police say the 13-year-old boy wanted for murder in the deadly shooting of a man in a LaGrange neighborhood on Easter surrendered to authorities on Monday. The LaGrange Police Department tells Fox 5 that officers found 20-year-old Devarius Lindsay shot multiple times when they responded to a shooting on the 200 block of McGregor Street near Colcrete Street Easter Sunday. Medics rushed Lindsay to a Wellstar West Georgia medical for treatment before he was transported to a metro area hospital in critical condition. Wednesday, police say that Lindsay died as a result of his injuries. Monday, investigators say they identified a suspect in the shooting as 13-year-old Jaden Gunsby. Police say hours after warrants for Gunsby's arrest were issued, he went to the police station and surrendered. He is being charged as an adult for murder. Tragic on so many levels. All we can do is pray for all those involved in that situation. Very unfortunate. In Marietta, Georgia, a 21-year-old man was sentenced to 18 years in prison after pleading guilty to murdering his former friend in Cobb County back in 2021. After Jamari Christmas pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, Cobb County District Attorney Flynn D. Brody, Jr. said Christmas received 18 years in prison, followed by 7 years on probation. The murder happened 2 years ago on December the 22nd of 2021. Officers responded to the area of Busby Parkway near Town Park Drive in Cobb County, where a man had been shot. The victim, later identified as Magic Broussard, used to be friends with Christmas. Officials said the two had been involved in a physical altercation a few weeks earlier, but on that day he brought a handgun and shot Broussard twice in the torso and leg. He died from his injuries. Although the judge accepted Christmas's guilty plea, he also warned him, "You owe it to Magic, his family, and to yourself to make something of your life." We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to Channel 1313 News. I'm your host, G. Williams. In Atlanta, a traffic stop over a license plate ended with Atlanta police reportedly finding drugs, guns, and $36,000 in cash. Officials tell Fox 5 that the incident began around 4:45 a.m. on April the 21st when an Atlanta police officer noticed a car that allegedly had a license plate that was tinted to the point it couldn't be read. When the officer pulled over the driver, police say he smelled the odor of marijuana and detained the driver and female passenger to search the vehicle. Body cam footage from the incident shows the driver identified as 28-year-old Travius Pitts, telling the officer there's no weed in here. However, in their search, police say they found a book bag in the back seat filled with multiple bags of marijuana, additional drugs, and firearms, including one that was modified to be fully automatic and over $36,000 in cash. "Oh my goodness," the officer is heard saying, "all the weed. I knew I wasn't crazy. I could smell it." Pitt was charged with the display of a tag, possession of marijuana with the intent to distribute, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, possession of sawed-off shotgun or rifle, machine gun, silencer, or dangerous weapon, the sale, distribution, or possession of dangerous drugs, and possession and use of drug-related objects. He is now in the custody at the Fulton County Jail. And now, we finally reached my favorite part of the newscast here at Channel 1313. I simply call it the good news. Let's face it, most of the things we speak on is of the negative nature, and it's very refreshing when we come across something very, very good. So I call it the good news. and I came across a story of an incredible young man by the name of Kimani Pullum. A real story of bravery and overcoming of adversity, an inspiration for us all. When he was in middle school, Kimani Pullum's father died. Then, in his junior year of high school, his mother died of COVID. Despite the tragic loss of both of his parents, Kimani Pullum has shown remarkable resilience and positivity. He maintained high academic standards and embraced the changes when he transferred to Adairsville High School for his senior year, even becoming a varsity football player and homecoming court member. His team won the championship for the first time in 20 years. His teachers and faculty members helped him process his loss, and he will now be studying business finance at Jacksonville State University once he's completed his time left at the same high school his mother graduated from. His aunt, Phyllis Pullum, says his mother would be proud of him for achieving her dreams for him. Well, we're all proud of you, Kimani. Please continue your path. We're all Pullum for you. Got me? Pullum? All right, so that's all for Channel 1313 News. Please follow, subscribe, and like Channel 1313, available on all social media platforms. NFL draft coming up. Who's going to be first pick this year? Got Carolina Panthers on the board. I say they go with Bryce Young. We'll see. Let's go. I'm your host, G. Williams. Thanks for tuning in to Channel 1313 News. This segment of Channel 1313 News is being brought to you by Northside Hospital. Our focus is on transforming the health of Georgia. We bring the latest diagnostics and treatments, including breakthroughs in academic medical research, right into the heart of Georgia's communities. Clinical excellence with a patient's first approach, life-changing healthcare discovery and innovation, building strong, healthy communities. Find a doctor, find a location. Northside Hospital. Today's good news is being brought to you by The Solo Esthetician. For all things esthetician, skin, and beauty, visit thesoloesthetician.pro. The Solo Esthetician, where beauty meets business.